All right, guys, today we're going through Speak No Evil. Let's go. All right, so the movie starts and it's just a car shot, people driving and stuff, little kid in the back seat. Not really anything important yet. The little boy is important. We'll get into that. We cut to a vacation scene, right? An unhappy family, little girl, she's like, I want to swim. And the mom is like, shut the fuck up. Nobody likes you. Why are you even here with us? I wish I never had you. Exactly how it goes. And then a guy named Patty comes over and he's like, hey, can I have this fucking chair? And Ben is like, sure, bud. Will you be my best friend? Patty takes the chair. Yeah, whatever. It cuts to the couple we just saw walking down the stairs. Ben and I forget the lady's fucking name. Both from *Halt and Catch Fire*. Fantastic. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Well, Ben's walking past a window and the couple from earlier with the big guy, right? Him and his wife are like dancing in their underwear. And so Ben does what anybody would in this situation. He just stops at the window and starts looking like some creepo, you know? And his wife is like, what the fuck, dude? Come on, let's go. You're not allowed to have fun on this vacation. Or I guess it's not their vacation. I guess they live here. The other couple's on vacation. All right, they have a little dinner or whatever. And then it cuts and this fucking rabbit. I've never been so upset about a stuffed animal in my fucking life. The little girl who wanted to swim, well, now she can't find her fucking rabbit. It's called Hoppy or some stupid bullshit like that, right? And she's like, oh, where's my rabbit? And the dad is obviously fed up. Ben is his name. He's obviously fed up. His wife's like, go get the fucking rabbit. It's at the church. And he's like, it's a fucking rabbit. So he goes walking for fucking ever, it seems. He can't fucking find it. He comes back, right? And the couple who knows how to have fun, they found the rabbit, right? Driving around a little moped thing. Well, they found it. They gave it to the little girl. And then this part felt weird to me and like super dangerous. So when they're riding around, like Ben sees them riding around a bunch, right? Well, they're fucking driving super fast and like dangerous. So they got their bunny back, right? The family's introducing themselves to each other like, oh, this is me. This is them. Boom, bam. The daughter who was missing her bunny, who's 12, by the way, she's like, oh, this looks like so much fun. And then the dad of the other family, Patty, he's like, I'll take you for a ride. Her parents are hesitant at first, but they kind of like, fuck it, whatever. We don't really care about this little girl anyway. So they let her go with him. What if he just never came back? Like, yeah, he left his wife and son there with them. So obviously he's coming back. But what if he just never did? I'm just saying. It was weird. They come back, obviously. And then they all start getting to know each other. They're having dinner. They're having fun. So it cuts to an apartment. A very, very nice apartment. I have to state that. It's very nice. He's like putting his daughter to bed. She's like, I want my bunny. You gotta get the fuck over this bunny thing, dude. Or else I'm gonna go get some milk. He gives her the bunny and he like shuts the door and he starts talking to his wife and she's like, oh, we got to figure out the fucking bunny situation. She's like, shush, she might hear you. And he's like, maybe she should. And then she like pulls out a postcard and it's a picture of the two happy families together. Yay. And it's got like writing on the back and it's like, hey, come fucking visit us, dude. We live in the middle of nowhere. Totally not dangerous or creepy. And the husband's like, all right, let's go. And she's like, no. And he's like, we're going. They're in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? But it's like a big complex farm thing, right? Very old. I don't want to say nice looking. But the guy, Patty, he's very touchy. He's very touchy. Like, he's always touching somebody. They go into his house and he's giving like a massage to the other dad, Ben. And I don't know. It gets weirder and weirder throughout the movie and you'll see it. Nothing so far. Nothing tense. Nothing scary, right? But you're just kind of getting to know everybody. The movie's doing a very good job setting everything up. Remember, they have a little boy and they live in this big place, right? So what they do, they knew the family was coming and stuff. So they set up a bed for the little girl on the floor next to the bed of the little boy, right? No problems there. But the room itself, it's exactly like a Harry Potter situation. You got this big house and he's essentially stuck in the small room in the attic with like a toy in the corner and he just sits there. And so he doesn't talk. The little boy doesn't talk. And the excuse the parents give is he was like born with a small tongue or something. And they like have a name for it and everything. And this guy claims he used to be a doctor and stuff. So everybody believes him. I believed him. A little bit of an important note. The blonde lady, Ben's wife, she is a vegetarian. And this guy knows that. But they live on a farm and stuff. So they knew guests were coming, so they killed their prized goose. And he like cuts off a piece and he's like being super weird about it. And he like picks a piece up with like some super fancy, what the fuck would you even call it? It's a 2-thing fork. I don't know. I'm not a chef. He like picks up a super good piece of the goose or whatever and he like is trying to feed it to her. He's like, come on. here comes the choo-choo train, come on. And she's like, and everybody's like, it's getting a little weird. Well, she takes the bite of the goose, right? As soon as everyone turns their back though, because remember, she's vegetarian, she like spits out in her hand and like tries to hide it. Dinner seems to go well, right? Ben is taking out some trash. He's trying to help out as a good guest should do. Well, he's taking out the trash, and the little boy, his name is Ant. He's like pulling on Ben's shirt or whatever, and he's like, he's like opening his mouth wide and stuff, showing that his tongue is pretty fucked up. It's almost as if not all of it is there. But again, he's supposed to have like this condition or whatever. So he's trying his best to show Ant. Well, the dad comes outside and he's like, bedtime now. Little shit, I'll kill you. Ben's wife, she's very ungrateful being in this situation. She was already reluctant to come. She didn't want to, right? There's a big stain on the bed or like on one of the sheets or something. She's like, ew. And he's like, it's an old stain. Let's just try to get some fucking sleep, all right? And like, they're starting to get there. They're like, ooh, this little fucking brat comes into their room, right? So she comes in there, she's like, I can't sleep. And so they're like, you can tell the dad is like, oh my gosh, you just killed all the fucking mood. Go back to fucking bed, you little brat. And the mom is like, no, she can sleep in between us. And he's like, okay, yeah, sure. That's exactly what. So she gets in the bed. This little fucking kid who's 12, she's 12, not like 6, she's 12. She has to sleep with her stuffed bunny. And to calm her down, they have an app on the phone, and it's literally a bunny taking deep breaths, helping her take deep breaths. Fucking ridiculous. Like, no wonder the dad is fucking put up. And then it cuts, and like everyone's going on a walk, right? Still nothing like super anything has happened. But then we get our first taste of the tenseness and whatnot, you know? The guy who plays Patty, he's so big and strong, you know? He's always happy, he's always energetic. So a bit of a problem occurs. The little girl, she wants to play on the swing, right? There's a swing. Well, Aunt can't get out of the fucking way for some reason to let her swing. And so Ben's wife, she goes up there and she's like, hey, Aunt, can you fucking move, please? My daughter wants to swing and you're just standing there doing fucking nothing. Move! Aunt doesn't move. He's like, I'm not fucking moving. Well, his fucking dad gets up. And it's really the first taste of what's to come. He fucking grabs Ant. He's like, fucking pulls him. And everybody's like, oh, okay, fucking calm down. And he's like, why don't you push her on the swing if you're not doing nothing? So Ant starts pushing her on the swing, right? Okay, and then we get into a little weird spot again, right? So Ben's wife, she's always got like neck problems, you know? She's like, my neck. Well, this guy used to be a doctor, so he walks over and it's a little too touchy-feely, you know? He's like massaging her neck right in front of her and stuff. It's really weird. Anyway, everyone goes home and Patty's wife is like, hey, let's all go out to dinner, you know? What she forgot to mention is that it's going to be a no kids dinner, right? So everyone's all dressed up all fancy, right? And they got the little girl ready to go. Well, Aunt is still fucking locked in his bedroom. And so they're like, oh, no kids? They're like, no. And this like weird, this fucking babysitter shows up. And so Ben and his wife, they're looking at each other like, oh, what do we do? And Ben is like, oh, fuck that kid. Let's go. Let's go have a good time. So they, once again, second time, they just leave their kid with some stranger and hope for the best. So they're at dinner, right? Everyone's having a good time. They're the only people there, right? Again, small community. That's okay. Well, things get a little weird. They start talking about their sex life and stuff. And okay, yeah, people do that. But then Patty and his wife, they start talking about their role play and stuff. And then it just goes off to fucking rails. She essentially is doing an act on him. And they were playing it off very well that was actually happening. And you could tell Ben and his wife, they were fucking super uncomfortable. They were like, oh my God, what's happening? It turns out they weren't doing it, but still, these guys are being fucking weird. But in the middle of the dinner, it cuts and it's the kids playing hide and seek with the babysitter. The real objective of that was to get away from the babysitter. Ant is trying to fucking show the other girl something. And he's like pulling out watches and stuff from his dad's drawer. Big fucking mistake. And he's like showing the back of it to her. And he's like, he can't talk, right? He's like, and she's like, I don't fucking get what you're doing. And then they had to put the watch away and run away because the babysitter's coming, obviously. The watch thing was just, he's doing everything he can to warn these fucking people about what's going to happen. So dinner ends. Fucking Patty leaves the bill to Ben because Ben is like, oh no, I'll help pay for it. So he's like, sweet, there you go. They fucking leave, right? Fucking real scummy thing to do. Well, it cuts, the daughter, she's trying to sleep and Aunt is like, hey, and he pulls up his shirt and he's covered in cuts and bruises and stuff. And she's like, what the fuck? What did you do? And he can't communicate. He even writes in a foreign language. So she's got nothing, but she sees the bruises and the daughter thankfully puts it together. So the dad finds the watch, right? Because when Aunt put it back, he put it back in crooked. Well, he finds the watch and he's like, you could tell. He gets super pissed. He decides not to do anything, right? Well, it cuts to Ben and his wife in the room, and they get into start getting into a huge argument. It turns out she was fucking sexting somebody at like a school or something, right? And Ben found the pictures and all the messages on her phone. It's the whole reason they moved to London and stuff, whatever. So big fight, right? Super loud too, like they're screaming at each other for a bit. Well, there's a shadow in the door. Someone was obviously fucking listening. So there's marital problems. Well, she wakes up in the middle of the night and she wants to like see her daughter and stuff. She opens the room where the kids are supposed to be and they're not fucking in there. So she starts looking. She gets to Patty in his wife's room. All the kids are in the bed with them. Fucking weird. Weird shit, right? So Ben's wife, she fucking grabs their daughter. She goes back to the room. And she convinces Ben, she's like, all right, we're fucking out of here. This is too weird. Too weird. They get in their Tesla and they start fucking driving away. This fucking bunny gets brought up again. She forgot her bunny for like the 100th fucking time. She's like, where's my fucking bunny? And the dad is like, oh my fucking God. And even the mom doesn't want to go back. Usually she's very supportive of this. She's like, we'll have them mail it. She's like, I need my bunny. She starts like kicking the seat and shit. It cuts and the car turned around. They're going back. Huge fucking mistake. This little girl is causing so many problems. Fucking dump her ass on the side of the road. No more fucking bunny. Good luck on your own. See ya. Peace. Drive away. That's what should have happened. So they show back up to the house, right? The dad's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the fucking bunny. And we're going to move on with our lives. And he goes back. The wife gets out of the car. She comes in. He's talking to both of them, right? And Patty is like, you guys were just going to fucking leave? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? He's not happy about it, right? And he's like, be honest. Why were you going to leave? Did we do something wrong? And Ben doesn't want to bring it up. So he starts bringing up other things, this, that, this. And his wife is like, no, that's not why. I found my fucking daughter in your bed with you guys. And Patty was like, what? Are you crazy or something? Patty's wife is like, no, I did that, we lost a little girl and stuff, and I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was crossing the line or anything, which obviously you would be. Anyway, they somehow fucking convince these people to stay. Now, this movie is fucking tense throughout the whole fucking thing. Like, after they, like, get there to that little house in, like, the middle of nowhere, it's tense the entire time. The guy who played Patty, fucking incredible. And then it cuts. The kids are, like, making eggs and stuff. They're painting eggs, normal thing, right? Well, the fucking little boy, he like writes a note for the little girl. And again, it's in a foreign language. She can't fucking read it. Well, the mom's coming over because you could tell she saw that he like had written something down. Well, he notices she's coming over, so he fucking eats the note. What the fuck? All right, and then we cut to another dinner outside, right? There was some stuff in between, but whatever. So it cuts to a dinner, and the little girl, they were working on a dance together, right? And they're like, can we show you our dance? And everyone's like, yeah, sure. So they're playing the music. It's Cotton Eye Joe, And they're dancing, but you can tell Aunt is off by like a couple of seconds. Fucking terrible. Get your shit together, Aunt. Well, apparently Aunt's dad had the same reaction I had. He's like, Aunt, get your shit together. Start over. And everyone's like, oh, okay. What the fuck was that? So that happens a couple of times. And now everyone is like, oh, everyone's just fucking, they don't know what to do, right? So uncomfortable. It's such an uncomfortable scene. You never want to be in a situation like this, right? So he gets up and he grabs Aunt's legs and he's like, how hard is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's like, try it again. Now. So they're trying it again and stuff. Super uncomfortable. Aunt is still messing up. So the dad fucking throws something at him. And then all hell breaks loose. The daughter goes running to her mom and stuff. And everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, oh, you're telling me how to teach my kids, Blah, 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 blah. They get into a little bit of a fight. And that's the end of it, right? They like walk away. All right. So now they're like, okay, we seriously need to leave. And the dad is like, let me have a cup of coffee because they'd all been drinking. And he's like, and we'll fucking leave, okay? We'll fucking go. Because, yeah, it's becoming too much being here. Well, in the middle of that, Aunt decides, okay, this is like my last opportunity to do this. He goes to his dad's room and he's like trying to steal keys off of him. He gets the keys. It's super intense. It is super intense. He's trying his best not to wake up his dad because his dad went and like passed out somewhere on his bed. So he gets the girl and he's like showing her this room, and it is literally a serial killer's room. It's got like suitcases of luggage, backpacks of little kids, and a photo album. All shit a serial killer would have. Why do you have all this shit? So it turns out, going through all the pictures, the kid switches each time. Patty's kid. not good. Well, it also turns out it's not a condition. Patty had cut out the tongue of the little boy. And it's not a condition. He cut out the tongue so that the kid couldn't fucking talk about this shit. Very bad situation. But the little girl, she takes pictures on her cell phone of all the pictures, and she's like able to get her mom into the bathroom to like show her, hey, this is fucking happening. The mom gets the dad, and the dad is like, oh my gosh, we gotta go. Well, the problem is Patty fucking knows that they know, because like they left a grate uncovered or something with hay. So he knows what's happening. So the wife, she gets a box cutter. It's good to arm yourself in a situation like this, especially with such a scary guy on the other side of that door. So they come out and they're like, okay, we gotta leave. So at some point while they were in the bathroom, Patty had sliced one of the car's tires. Well, he fixes it for him. Everything's sweet. Everything's cool, you know? And then it's like, oh no, where's the bunny? The bunny comes up again. It's on the roof, right? So Patty's like, I'll hold the ladder since you're a little taller than me. Ben, why don't you go up and get it? He shakes the ladder a couple of times, obviously scaring Ben, but Ben is able to get the bunny and get down safely. So you're like, okay, what could possibly happen now? Well, nothing. So they get in their car and they're starting to drive away, right? Well, while they're driving, there's a little pond next to the gate. The dad pushes Ant in, and Ant cannot swim. He can't swim. And so Ant is dying, and Ben is like, oh my gosh, get in the driver's seat, fucking just go, I'm gonna go get Ant. He goes, he gets Ant, the gate slams shut because it's automatic, right? I don't know why she didn't just plow through it, fucking go! I get that Ben is still there, but come on. Now Patty has like a gun to Ben's wife's head, and now they're in like a garage, right? So Patty's captured all of them. Well, Ben's wife's hands, her hands aren't tied like everyone else's because he wants her to transfer her entire bank account to his. And so that's what she does. She's fucking going through it and stuff. She gets it done. Don't forget she has the fucking box cutter though. And so this is actually super important. So Patty's wife is holding a gun to the family while Patty gets a syringe and he fills it full of ketamine or something like that. I think it's what it said. They're going to use it on the daughter so that it can cut her tongue out without her squirming. Fucking terrible shit, right? Ben's wife, she pulls out the box cutter and she fucking slashes Patty's face and like attacks the wife with the gun, who almost accidentally shoots fucking Patty. During all that chaos, the syringe full of that shit gets knocked loose and the daughter grabs it. So now the daughter has the syringe full of the ketamine, right? Anyway, so they get out of the room and they lock the door, right? Trapping Patty and his wife in there. So they get Ant, they get in the car and they start driving away, right? Well, another car shows up. It's the fucking guy from the restaurant that they were eating at. And he starts shooting at the fucking windshield. So they have no choice but to fucking run back into the house. And so that's what they do. They start like boarding up all the windows and shit and they're hiding. They're like, oh, fuck. So the guy from the restaurant, he frees Patty and his wife so that they can go get these motherfuckers. So this really stupid thing happens. They're like, if we can light the barn on fire, the fire would be big enough that people would notice. They'd notice, oh shit, there's a fire over there. We gotta go get them. Well, there's a bunch of alcohol in the room, so they make like a Molotov cocktail. But Ben fucking sucks in this movie. He chucks it out of the window after like being shot at and stuff. It rolls off of the barn roof and lands on Patty's car, which just pisses him off, right? And they're like, oh shit. So they hide the kids in the closet and stuff, and they're like, fucking don't leave for anyone but me, you know? Ben's wife, who's the fucking hero of this story, obviously, which we'll get into here in a little bit, she finds like drain cleaner and stuff, shit that would really mess up your skin. Ben gets a hammer. They're fucking converging on the family. The three bad guys are converging on the family in three different directions. Patty's coming this way, the wife is coming from under, and the restaurant guy is coming onto the roof. So they're coming. So Ben's wife, she also finds that duck fork thing. Well, Patty fucking finds the room and he starts like trying to force his way in, right? And Ben's wife is trying to keep him out. Well, he sticks his arm through and he's gonna like bust through, right? Well, so she stabs him with it and he's fucking pissed. He's like, you son of a bitch. And the dad is hiding from the guy from the restaurant. Patty's tracking them down and stuff. Well, the little boy, Ant, he coughs. And Patty's like, nah. He goes into a room. He goes into the bathroom and he opens up the closet. It's the bunny breathing. That little app. Well, the fucking Ben's wife, she comes out and she fucking sprays him down, that drain cleaner. And that shit, it looks like it hurts. It's in his eye and shit. And he's like, you know. Ben's wife, she gets the kids and they're running. They're fucking running. Well, they fucking get seen by the fucking restaurant guy who turns, he shoots them. It turns out it was a mirror. Ben comes out of the closet, right? And he's like, he hits him once with a hammer, but they both fall down. The guy from the restaurant easily overpowers Ben and is like going to push him into some broken glass. Well, Ben's wife once again comes through and saves the day. She fucking hits him with the sharp part of the hammer, the backside, obviously killing the fucking the restaurant guy. So they're like, okay, we gotta go. They get to the window where the restaurant guy had made his way in. He like broke through the window and stuff. Well, he left a giant fucking ladder. So cool. So they're all starting to climb down. Ben's trying to get the kids to go down. Well, Patty's wife shows up and she's got that shotgun and she's like, she's like aiming at them. Once again, Ben's wife is on top of the fucking like the little windowsill thing and she fucking pow! She fucking hits the wife on the head with like a brick or something. The wife goes fucking spiraling down. She falls off like 3 floors. She lands in a terrible way and it's a horrible noise. Boom, she's fucking dead. She's super dead. But the problem is the ladder also falls. And so Ben is like, I should probably be useful. Yeah! He jumps off. He jumps off of the roof, right? Hurts his leg, obviously, at a minimum. He gets the ladder back up. They start getting the kids down. Ben's wife comes down, right? Well, now they also have the shotgun because it fell with the wife. And they can hear fucking Patty coming. So Ben is like, oh, I'll stay behind. She's like, no, let's just fucking get to the car and go. Well, Patty's outside now. And they turn around and Patty's got a gun to their daughter's head. And so Ben reluctantly puts the shotgun down and they're like begging for the daughter's life. And he's like, what? No, I wouldn't hurt her. You killed my wife. I need a new one. Again, fucking creepy, tense situation. Well, the little girl, don't forget, she has that fucking syringe full of that ketamine. So she sticks him with it. And he's like, oh, shit. And he goes down almost instantly. And so Ben is like thinking about killing him and stuff, but he doesn't. Everyone just walks away. Well, Ant wants his fucking revenge. Rightfully so. These people killed his parents and cut out his tongue and were planning to kill him. And were beating him. So Ant grabs a fucking brick and just goes, yeah, yeah. He goes to town, crushing this guy's head in. And the whole fucking family is just looking like, holy shit. They all get in their car, right? And they're driving away. And that's it. That's the movie. So now we'll get into the review part of it. This movie was fucking fantastic. Seriously fantastic. Everyone did such a good job. I loved it through and through. But the person who stands above is obviously going to be Patty, the guy who played Patty. He did like Split and he's Xavier in the new X-Men and stuff. He did such a fantastic job. He's so scary. He makes every situation tense. I mean, seriously, the movie is just, you're tense constantly. You're like, oh my gosh, what a bad situation to be in. Holy shit. What a good job. I'm giving the movie, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I don't think I'd ever watch it again is the problem. Because like, I feel like it just wouldn't be as tense the next time. You know, maybe if I waited a couple years, I could watch it again and be like, oh my gosh, this is tense. Do I recommend watching it? 100 out of 100%. Fucking go for it. Go see it in the theaters if it's still out. I don't know if it is. It just came up on my thing today. It's worth a watch. Just fucking watch it. Seriously. All right, guys. That's it. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Or whatever. You know the drill. See ya.